Hey everybody, Josh from Populi here, and one of the imagined complications of a technological age is human beings placed in boxes and labeled and sorted and managed like data. Populi, we're against treating people this way, but we're all for treating data about people this way. That's why we've got the Contacts tab. Talking roles, if you have the staff role, you'll get access to the Contacts tab. Faculty and teaching assistant roles and the student role instead see the directory, which offers a much lower level of access to profiles. Users without any role, but who have user access, are also able to see the directory. You get to the Contacts tab by clicking right here. Boom. You have some navigation over here on the left. Most of the things under Manage we won't look at much here in this video. But up here you can see that we have people and organizations. We're going to focus on people here because if you understand how Contacts works with people, you'll be able to understand organizations as well. Of course, Populi as a system is completely focused around organizing information about people on profiles. So, what's special about Contacts? Well, most other places in Populi have a directed approach to profiles or people. Let's say that you're an academic admin or registrar and you go to academics, reporting, and then you go to the data slicer. You're able to pull up data that's only on students. So that would have to be someone with an active or inactive student role. Same thing if you go to admissions, you'll only be able to look at folks with some kind of lead there. The Contacts tab is useful because you can rise above those distinctions between profiles. You're able to look at all of the existing profiles in your instance of Populi. You're even able to see some non-existent profiles, which we'll cover later. First, you want to add people to your instance of Populi, don't you? Well, this is where you do it. Caveat here, if you're using admissions, profiles for students will usually be created as part of that process. An application or a lead comes in and the admissions staff will generate a profile in that workflow without coming here. But if you need to create any profile whole cloth, here you go, this is where you do it. Over on the right, check out that big ol' Add New Person button to add folks one at a time. You can also see this option to import people, and you can use that to create a bunch of profiles from a spreadsheet. We have another video on that linked below. One person at a time, click the Add New Person button, and you'll be able to fill in details about them. We'll do that real quick. You don't have to fill in all the details right now if you're not able. You'll be able to add the profile and then edit information later on. Big thing to notice here, you can also add roles directly to this user. I'm logged in as an academic admin user, so I can only add roles to which the academic admin role has control. I add those roles and then I click Add Person to create the profile. One thing to keep in mind, we haven't granted user access, we've only created the profile. So this person can't log in or anything until we grant user access. I'll also mention the fact that we have over here on the Contacts tab, the export option. You can export this data to spreadsheets, or you can use this list to export ID cards there. Isn't that great? Second, another big feature here is this filter that we have over here. Like other tables in Populi, we have the ability to focus on certain profiles by using conditions to weed out irrelevant results. Let's say we want to identify everyone who's from Pennsylvania. We can choose home state, province, or region, is United States of America, and then go down, find Pennsylvania right here. We'll click Add on that, and then we'll apply the filter. Now we're looking at a full list of everybody in our database here on Populi who is from the Keystone State. And this college is quite densely populated by folks sourced from Penn's Woods. But I want to get more specific. I want everyone in the chess club who's from PA. So we'll go down and we'll find a tag condition here, and then we'll type in just the first few letters there and select that result and add it, and then apply the filter again. Now we've limited that particular list even more. There are some really helpful conditions that I want to point out here. Let's say that you want to send an email about a change to your attendance policy and you want it to go out to everyone currently enrolled. Well, there are other places that you could pull a list like this one, but this is the simplest way to do it. If you add the condition currently enrolled is yes, and then click apply filter, you're now looking at a list of everyone who is enrolled in at least one class that's currently operating. Now over on the right hand side, we have actions. We want to send an email to these folks. So I select the email option and there we go. That's beautiful. Also, if I select any of the results over here and then go back to actions, you'll see that it now says email selected. So instead of emailing all the results, I could just email a couple people there. Isn't that user-friendly? Obviously, you're going to go hog wild creating all kinds of crazy filters, and we can't get into the details of every possibility there. However, I'll point out something about the filter that's important. You see this match all or match any dropdown? That controls how the various conditions relate to each other. Match all means that all of these conditions have to apply to any one result. So if I put in the first name contains Greg, add that, and then the last name contains learner and add that, and then apply that filter, I will get one result because both of those things have to be true. We have to have the first name, Greg, and the last name, learner. Match any means that the results only have to match one of the conditions. So if I put in match any for these same conditions, I get everyone with the first name, Greg, and everyone with the last name, learner. Good to be aware of. Let's look at just a couple of helpful conditions that might go under the radar. You want to figure out who in your database has a verified text message number. Use that condition right there. Our environment here doesn't have anyone with a verified text messaging number because it's fake. One thing that comes up for orgs, admins want to make sure that their folks are logging in. You can use the last active condition to check this out. Set the condition to last active is never, and you'll get folks who've never logged in. Another good condition to add here is the user account is active condition. We're gonna set that to is active and add, and then apply that filter. We're adding that because folks might not have a user account, and so it would be pretty hard for them to log in since it's completely impossible. Once we have those in, we set the filter to match all, and then apply filter, and there it is, folks who have access to Populi, your instance of Populi, who've never logged in. Okay, at the beginning I mentioned that you can get access to profiles that do not exist. To do that, it's real easy. Go up here to the top where it currently says people and click that drop down. One of your other options is deleted people. If we choose that, we'll get a list of everyone who's been deleted within the last 30 days. And you'll see this restore option for them. So if they were deleted accidentally, you can get them right back. Wow, contacts, huh? We've got some other resources linked down below, and you'll find links to social media down there as well. I've been Josh for Populi. You've been great. Thanks for watching.